Conversation with the Pleiadians through Barbara Marciniak. 01 Awakening. Good evening. We are your ancient family. We come from the star system, the Pleiades. We know ourselves as the Pleiadians, and we, eons ago, millions of years ago, were your relatives. When your Earth sphere, Terra, was being formed, there were many who expressed an interest to be pioneers and to go to a new area to learn, to experience, to formulate, to create. There was the opportunity, and many of our dearly beloved Pleiadians signed on. The Pleiadian culture is ancient. It was seeded from another universe, a universe of love, a universe that moved back to all that is. The Pleiadians seeded the Pleiadian star system within this universe before the Earth's sphere transfer became available. We formed a tremendous society. We operate with love. We operate with ideas and ideals that you are totally unfamiliar with. Our technology in your terms would be somewhat similar. We are, in your terms, computerized. We like that term because it represents an overall picture of our abilities. The picture actually only represents 1% of what we are capable of doing. However, from your point of view, think of us as a computerized society. We are collective energy. We are not of your dimension. The star system of the Pleiades has 7 stars, 6 of which we believe you may see from the naked eye. There are many planets, and we are millions upon millions of miles from your system, though we have transportation that can bring us here very quickly. We have many modes of transportation. Mostly we come in starships, often motherships. The motherships are gigantic, 1 of your miles, housing thousands. They are elongated, 1 of our fashions, and would take, in your terms, days to transport itself here. We have disk ships which can be here quickly, within portions of your day. We have difficulty at times translating your time system, your hours, your minutes, into what is relative to our system, perhaps less than 1/4 of your day. We are an advanced civilization. Our technology is ancient because it is coming from another universe that has evolved back to first cause. We chose not to evolve back to first cause, but to go on out of love, to assist the growth of this universe. We are allowed to bring that knowing with us because our technological development is totally in line with the first cause, and we would never operate in any fashion that did not support the love and development of humanity, of all creatures in all of this universe. So we were allowed to be here. We were welcomed. We are the ambassadors, in this star area, this universe, from another universe. We are working with many, not just with Terra, the Earth. We are working in other solar systems, with other planetary creatures, with other creations. This universe is a vast and new experiment. Different options, we like that word, are being attempted here. Free will reigns in this universe. On Terra you think you have free will, but you do not really understand what free will is. Free will encompasses the complete idea that whatever it is that you are wanting you may have. And your sole point in choosing to partake in the planetary system within this universe that has free will was so that you may do whatever it is that you wish. Terra was formed with specific intents in mind. It was formed to be a center for this solar system, a trade center, a launching pad for ideas. Much like, as different portions of your globe have developed, and different port cities, or areas came into fashion and represented trends, cultural advancements, exchanges of ideas at different points in time, and then fell by the wayside. The ideal of Terra's role would be the jewel within the universe for its beauty physically to the eye, and this physical beauty would be beheld not just in one dimension but in many dimensions. That it would be a center of tremendous beauty, of tremendous exchange, of freedom, of ideas and beauty and love, and peoples, humanities, creatures from all of this universe and star system ideally would have come here and exchanged what it is that, as goods would be exchanged in the marketplace, with others. Now, as you know, that has not taken place. Fortunately that is changing. Unfortunately, eons in your past, Events occurred that were not anticipated, for when one deals with free will one never knows. There are no expectations with free will, just intentions and hopes. And even intentions sometimes may be transmuted. Now, that was the original intention. Then eons ago, millions of years ago, there was a disruptive force that became quite pronounced in this area of creation, experimenting as it would be, with another form of being. This experimenting was not evil, it was just another point of view. We speak in very neutral terms so as not to lay blame or prejudice on anyone. This disruptive force affected Terra greatly. It threw the cosmic forces, the hierarchies into vast confusion. And it has been all these eons, these millions of years that this has been attempted to be righted. Now, through the last thousands of years we have been assisting the higher spiritual forces, those from the first cause. Our assistance we freely gave because original family members came to this experiment of Terra, and then when those disruptive energies became prevalent and changed the intent of what Terra would be, we lost contact with the family members. It was very sad for us, for we had never anticipated this loss. Being that we as Pleiadians are highly evolved and of great knowing and great connectedness with the first cause, we knew that this was a temporary loss of family members, though temporary in our terms was millions of years. And though the initial shock was felt literally throughout the universe and universes, we formulated a plan and knew that there would be a time when we would be reunited. We are your family members who lost contact with you eons ago. We have come to retrieve you. We have come to re-establish contact, to assist you, so that you can now reunite with us, liberate yourselves and choose to come back to the Pleiades or to stay here on Terra and raise the vibration and allow Terra to become what it was originally planned to become, the International Exchange, Intergalactic International Trade Exchange Center for the Universe. Now, as you may well know, that upon looking at your planet you can shake your head and say, goodness, we have ventured far from our original goal. And, indeed, that is true. You have. However, at this time events are manifesting on your planet that are about to change all of that. It was known eons ago that there would be a point where the energies would be ripe for contact, for adjustments, for receiving energy for alignment. It was hoped that that juncture would be reached through the opening of the free will bodies, by their own choice, through love. That is not the case. You have reached critical times. It began peaking 30, 40 years ago, and the activities that have been occurring on this sphere have been of grave concern to all within your universe. The lack of love for humanity, for one another on this planet. Separations of self from self. The missing of the message that you are all one, that you are all connected, that what one does affects the other. Know that there are many millions on the planet out of the billions, who are awakened, who are moving toward the enlightenment, moving towards the acknowledgement of the first creator, in whatever minuscule way they can conceive of this vast entity. What is happening on your planet at this time is that the energy of the first creator is being presented to the planet as a whole. When we say, as a whole, there are no groupings that would be select over others. The opportunities exist for everyone. It is the individual humanity's choice to acknowledge the opportunity that presents itself. The awakened ones will be assigned, so to speak, to awaken someone. First creator energy is now being made available to the planet, on a vast level, vast. It's encircling the sphere. Light frequency is bombarding your planet, though only those who know how to use this energy can feel it. It is as if an invisible force is in your lives, and if you are not aware of this invisible force, you will not see it. Now, if the awakeners approach the awakeners with love, with intent of service, with intent of changing the planetary potential, the planetary history, and also are willing to bond unconditionally with the awakeni, it will be successful. In most cases, those that need now to be awakened are working about this in their dream state, and they're in a state of confusion in the waking world, and so they are welcoming something that will give them greater power and direction. The Awakanes will need guidance for a short amount of time because of the energy that is available, but the knowings will happen very quickly. Then they, too, will awaken and empower others. The more members, the greater members of humanity that are a knowing, the easier the times ahead will be.